are their emotional intelligence or emotional control,
regulation,
their emotional discipline, it is off the chart. They cannot regulate themselves at all. It's like they're failing to process. They're having heightened reactions to things that you really shouldn't have. You should be able to have the mechanisms, the coping mechanism and the skill within yourself to process certain scenarios, and you're acting out and you are impacting other lives, you're taking lives, and you are ruining your own life just through a lack of processing and coping mechanisms. Now, what is that down to? What are we going through that our boys are on such on a heightened emotion all the time? They're so reactionary, and that's not just physical, being faced with aggression from their peers. That's, as we saw not too long ago, a young lady got killed, 18 or 19 years old, because she rejected a young man. And then we had little sis in Croydon. What's happening? What is going on?
It's the aces, Princess. I mean, a lot of these young people that I've worked with, as you said, they are not able to regulate them, and they go from 0 to 100. And then when you debrief, it's like, you know what? Actually, I wish I should have done this differently.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of adverse childhood experiences that a lot of young people are going through, and it's impacted upon how they're communicating, decisions that they're making is really, 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 really difficult. And sometimes it's like, when they come out of it, they don't know the reason why they took that step. It's like when you look at, me and Rob did an episode to do with like knife crime, you know, and I know on social media, a lot of the time, you know, some young people might go and say, you know, I feel violated, so that's the reason why I had to get, but it's like, I wish we could have that kind of scenario where it's like, you know what, okay, pause. You've got a knife on you. You do this to this young person. This is what could happen. Young person could be killed, well, could die. You also go to prison. That young person's never gonna come back, and your life is also finished. And it's like these kind of things is what we need to work through. It's like that phase from the action to the consequence, that middle bit, if you can get there and be like, pause, hang on, debrief. What could actually happen if I do this? You know what I mean? So there's a lot that's going on, but I think social media really, really, really doesn't. And I'm really worried, Princess, about young people. I am.
Yeah, but you know what? Once again, all right. So I'm sure we all saw the young person stabbing up or harming someone on the train.
On the train the other day,
right?
And then there was another one that took place.
Right.
Like,
Now, this is my stance. He's 19. I saw his picture on social media. Yeah. He looks like a typical stereotype young black person who needs help. Because he looks like he needs help, right, yeah? It's called mental health. His mental health is not great. He's in a bad place. For anybody mentally, yeah, it doesn't matter what age you are, but especially for a young person, for you to mentally stab someone physically.
Yeah, repeatedly.
You do know your mindset can't be right. To do that repeatedly,
and he just walked off.
You're not okay.
Yeah, he literally just walked off out of the station.
It's a dysfunction.
Yeah,
but the dysfunction is now becoming the normality. And then some professionals might say to me, "Well, actually, Robert, no, it's not. It's not a normality. No, the dysfunction is a normality now."
Yeah, we're very dysfunctional, Princess. We are. I can't tell you. It's quite sad to say, but in social work, the amount of cases, Princess, that I read. It's like I've become so desensitized.
But you know why? You know what? Can I tell you why as well? Sorry to cut you, my bro. Right? Yeah. I think guys have so sometimes on the job I get a bit emotional sometimes, right? Because I want everyone to win. That's just my mentality. For me, in this world we live in this horrible, crappy world we live in, right? Yeah. And I shouldn't say that, but sometimes I get frustrated because in the space that we're in life, there's enough space in this world for everybody to win. And it frustrates me because we're not winning. Everybody should be winning.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be homelessness. People should not be broke. Are you mad? Why are people broke? Everybody should be getting some high level type of help at some capacity, right? Yeah. And the reason why these young people are how they are, because they're not coping. You got to remember, the cost of living is no joke now, you know?
I'm telling you.
Right? These young people, right, yeah? Right? I don't know whether you know about youth unemployment. I'll tell you right now.
It's high.
It's There are many young people who are not working.
They're neat.
Right?
Yeah, neat.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
And it's
not-
like, that's become normal. And it's like, there's so many young people who are neat. Not education, employment, and training. And they're vegetating. So when I read their file, it's like, I've become desensitized, and I shouldn't as a social worker. I shouldn't. And it's like, it's the same story. So anything that I read now, Prince Positive, it don't shock me, and it should shock me. It's like, same story. Here we go again. This and this and this and this. It's too much.
You know what? Yeah.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, of course you can.
And like, so I was looking at I was on YouTube the other day, and I see Sadiq Khan talking about mentoring, and I think he's put like £1 million into mentoring. What? Where? How?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where do you get the
where
money
is
from?
that really going?
Like,
but where is it going?
Where is it going?
Yeah. To whom? Yeah. And these are the questions that we really need to be
Yeah.
asking and lobbying behind, because this is our community and it's really impacting us. There's one thing I want to say. You guys came to my pod and party event.
Yeah.
And
Big teams.
love.
Hey, big up pod and party.
Hey, what's the next one?
So the youth one is on the 14th of April. We've got a youth pod and
coming.
party. Please do, because they
14th
need
April.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, because
They
it's a
need
YouTube.
you,
Yeah,
don't they?
no,
They
we have to
need
go.
you.
Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah,
So,
youth thing, yeah.
so what was mentioned was, I can't remember which one of you said it, but youth HIV,
Yeah, it's me. It's Rob.
was it the rates
Yeah.
are going through the
Listen.
roof. I had no idea what's happening with that.
Right. Okay. So I still get upset because I mentioned it in one of our podcast episodes, and that's what I'm trying to say to you guys. It's like people just we
go over
talk,
it.
Yeah, we don't know about
but
it.
they're not deep in it. Yeah, they're not deep in it. Young people, right? Young people. So imagine a 13-year-old or 14-year-old, yeah, is having sexual, or he's completing sexual activity, yeah, or corresponding in sexual activity, right? Yeah, and they are getting HIV.
Yeah.
People are not like.
Yeah, that's alarming.
It's like when I talk, it's like, okay, and then everyone makes a cup of tea or go to McDonald's. No,
Yeah.
deep what I've just told you. Yeah. Young people are getting HIV, right? These young boys you talk to, oh no, fam, I'm not putting no rubber on, man.
Yeah.
Right, yeah? They think it's some jolting, but there are consequences to your actions.
It's so.
You understand where I'm coming from?
What's what I'm looking for? It's like for them, it's like a water off.
They're
off a
naive.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Oh yeah, I'm chopping 1 ting, 2 ting, 3 ting here.
Yeah.
You know, I've had to also, like, there's some cases in my team, Princess, where a lot of young girls, they're having sex, they've got 2 or 3 boyfriends. I'm saying to the social worker, and the social workers, to be fair, are very good. I'm like, you need to talk to her. Talk to her about safe sex, and it's just so. And Rob's right. It's
But-
they're not. It's the consequences.
but it's not their fault though.
It's not their. Yeah.
Once again, I put the blame on us as the practitioner professionals
Yeah.
in schools. I ask my young people, I do many school visits every week in different areas, right? Yeah. And I'm asking the schools, right, how come you haven't got sexual education on the curriculum?
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah. Even grooming, even princess grooming in schools, there should be something, because even Rob said it on one of our episodes, there should be a discussion around, okay, you're in year 6, if somebody comes up to you, does this,
transition.
yeah, or you're in year
yeah.
7, you're gonna have friendship groups. There should be a discussion, and I believe schools are doing it.
But they do it, because I've delivered programs like that, but it's not what it needs to
compulsory.
be. It's not compulsory.
But it needs to
and
be
it's-
hard. It needs to be
driven home like everything
Like
else.
shows like Top Boy, for me, that should be part of the school thing.
highlight
Because
those
the reality
issues,
is that there are young people who are going through that, and it needs to be recognized. So there should be things in PSH that, you know what, okay, right, this is Top Boy. Okay, so what do you see here in class? What do you see here? We see this. Okay, right. So if this person came up to you, tell me what's going through your head. What would you like? We have to be talking to our young people about it, because honestly, like me and Rob, we've been to trap houses. I've got young people from trap houses. So is he. So this is no joke. We need to be. It needs to. I think the issue is that I think professionals as a whole, we're scared to be real. We need to be real. We need to be real. We need to be authentic. We've got to tell young people and parents, this is the truth of what's going on.
And also, it's the delivery.
Yeah.
So it needs to be, because when you're saying a 13-year-old is having sexual intercourse, I'm thinking, okay, are they even understanding the emotions involved
That's what
with
I'm
that?
saying.
Are
Yeah,
they
yeah.
understanding their
Yes,
body?
yeah.
Let alone that you can catch a disease
That's
from
right.
doing this, from getting pleasure that could kill you. It could end your life.
Yeah.
Are you actually understanding that? So it is age-appropriate delivery. And like you were saying before, with social work and it being relatable, these programs need to be relatable to these young people. Those are the things that will make a difference, because we're expecting them to know so much. The world is changing. Everything is so quick and accessible. We didn't have this before. Social media, you can just link up with someone globally. You can go here, go ahead, network anywhere. Do you know what I mean? So we have to adapt to that. It's normal now to just meet someone that you've never go and link up with someone you've never actually physically spoken to.
True.
That's normal. So we have to meet them where they're at and be like, look, this is what could happen to you, and deliver a program. Like you say, Top Boy is relatable. Deliver programs in that way. Normal sex education, I don't think is relatable to them right now.
No, it's not. And we got to tell them the truth. I remember, Prince, I was working with, in my first local authority. I worked with a 14-year-old girl whose boyfriend was 21.
Oh,
and she's
gosh.
having sex with him.
Better standards.
Yeah, and I was saying to her that, she goes, Nana, I gave consent. I said to her, you're 14, you can't give consent. 2, he's 21. Yeah, so he should know better. Nana, I love him. I said, no, please. And it got concerning, because I was saying to her that if he has HIV, you got to think, you want to be a parent one day. So you're a young woman, you'll eventually go on and have a boyfriend or have a husband. But if you have kids, but if you contract this, it can really affect your fertility. But that's a conversation that I had with her as a male social worker, and her mum was like, Nana, thank you so much for having this conversation. But all these things about love, sex, relationships, we're not talking to the young people.
There's no awareness.
There's no awareness. And we have to talk to the young people.
A lot of parents don't want to, because I'll say, like, say if they'll call me and they want me to speak to their child about watching maybe inappropriate things or stuff like that, I'll say, well, I can tell you what to say. You start the conversation like this and I can support you, but you really do need to have these types of conversations and normalize it in your home.
I'll tell you what happened. Let me tell you briefly, right? Yeah. So, no. So, when I was doing my child counselling course, they put me on this trauma training. So they said, all right, normally we'll give you the caseload or the file, but we want you to go in blind today. So I was thinking, right, what do you mean? Okay, cool. So I went to the school now, and there was like 6 young people. One pretty little girl looked like Beyonce and everything, right? Yeah, so I was calling her Beyonce. She was just laughing at me. Anyway, now, so hi, my name's Robert. I was with my colleagues, whatnot, just introducing ourselves, talking, busting Joe. Was talking about identity, choices and decisions, life skills, what's your goals and targets, what you want to become. By the way, they was all year 11. So they're about to leave school in about 4 or 5 months. Anyway, now, so I don't know, something just seemed a little bit strange and off. The energy was just a bit weird. Anyway, now, so they was quite popular, and they was getting like bangs at the door. Oh, when you lot finish, can I come in? So it was break time now. So one of the guys come up to me. He's probably about almost 6'4". He's like, "Oh, sir, I want to get my medication."
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So he goes, "Can I get my medication?" I said, "Oh yeah, should be okay." Anyway, now, so he goes, "Oh, sir, like, do you know about our group?" I goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Oh yeah, but is it not every week?" He said, "No, yeah, but like, we got HIV." So like, like I laugh, but it wasn't like a laugh, but I giggle.
Was it a nervous one?
I was like, what? And I wasn't sure what I heard. And I looked at my colleague, she looked at me, I looked at her, and I thought, no. Anyway, now, so we sat down and everything now, right, yeah? And then so I called him and I pulled him to the side. I said, so what did you say again? Oh yeah, so we got HIV, all of us got HIV in here. I'm like, what? Can I be honest with you? Listen, for the rest of the day, right, yeah, I just felt weird. I felt weird. I got home and I decided to do all this research. I was typing on YouTube, teenage HIV. I was looking at the research. And then I thought, wow, like this is no joke. You could actually type in on YouTube now, teenage HIV. You don't see enough awareness on there.
You don't.
You go into Google now and you type it in. There's 1 or 2 little things or little information. There's not enough awareness. Right? Mind Charity have them thing, big up Mind Charity.
Yeah.
There are a couple of different organizations here, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's no high level awareness talking to every color. Well, I would say like in the black ethnic minority group, there's not enough conversations or awareness on social media or on YouTube or on Google that I think personally as a professional is there. And it's quite worrying. Because I'm telling you, man, when I left that group, boy, I was feeling weird. I was like, nah, what?
How many were in the group?
6 of them. So basically, the boy, he was just like messing with this older woman. She's a bit of a yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But we don't talk about how many young boys get abused
Groomed
by
yeah.
older
women.
women. We
Right.
don't talk about that enough.
The young girl, it was pretty obvious. Pretty young girl. She got obsessed with an older man. He obviously sleeping around different women, whatnot, and she got it. Do you know what I mean? Now they're not dying, but they're on medication.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Luckily,
Right?
they got checked because they could have
There
not
you
even
go.
got checked.
Right. Now, they got checked. As I said before, this is me doing my research, and obviously I had to see them for 6 weeks, and they were telling me that. So the girl was saying to me that her hair was falling out. Sometimes she's sick. She got all these like rashes on her skin, whatnot. And then when she went to the doctor, that's when she found out.
Oh my
The boy, his urine kept smelling of a different color or burning him. He was vomiting quite a lot. He noticing that his weight was going up and down. He went to do a checkup, and that's how he found out. And everything. But for me, as I said before, it's the lack of awareness. Right? It's like it's not a joke, you know, right? Yeah, do you know what I mean? But as I said before, we're just in a. It's like if someone gets stabbed now. It's once again,
It's normalized. It shouldn't be normal.
It's a dysfunction. It's a major dysfunction, but it's like okay, whatever. It's like
Yeah.
all right, make a cup of tea. Yeah, that's what Eastern does.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Even me telling you, I know you're thinking,
Yeah.
right?
No, I am.
Princess,
I
telling you.
am.
Hey,
I
crazy
am.
out there.
Things we've seen.
An actual group
It's
in
trauma.
school.
Yeah.
That's
Mad
a lot.
trauma.
And these are the things that
Listen,
our young
I was like,
people
wow.
are contending with.
Can I be
at
honest
the
with you, right?
moment.
For about 2 years, if you mention the word AIDS or HIV, I'll get like,
Yeah.
I didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah. Speaking on it.
I'm actually being honest with you, both of you now. Like, I didn't feel comfortable because it just made me feel
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then when I started to do the research now, I thought, nah.
No.
Remember I saying you, brother?
Yeah. There's a gap.
Within the episode, I said, nah, bro, listen.
We got to revisit it.
People don't talk about this thing, you
Yeah.
know.
There's a gap.
Like, we work
You
with
guys
vulnerable
need
young
a team.
people.
You guys need a team.
Mad thing.
And to really
Mad.
implement these type of things and
That's
do
right.
some real on the ground work, because you guys can't do
Crazy,
it
man.
all. You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of experience and amazing skill sets, but you know you need to pass that down to practitioners that are just as skilled as you and can kind of go in and do the work that you do, because there's so many issues that we need to kind of face and confront, and you know, hopefully that will be the beginning of a positive change for our young people.
Absolutely.
But guys, thank you for coming in. You have
thank
been
you.
an
Thank you,
absolute
Princess. Thank
pleasure,
you.
honestly. And I've learned so much as well. I always learn when I listen to you guys. You're so edifying.
We're trying.
Honestly, I'm so proud of you guys.
we're
Can you
trying.
tell people where to find you?
No, man, do the thing.
So with the Social Kind of Mentor podcast, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify. We have another show called The Panel, which is like a professional kind of panel.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, the panel. We've got
yeah.
the panel. We have our website, thesocialworkermentor.com. Our Apple is coming out soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then our Patreon
talking to
for,
the guy today.
for CPD.
Yeah.
For CPD, continued professional development. So that's where you can find myself and Rob.
Hey, and listen,
Amazing.
I'm actually being serious, right? Any professionals out there that want to come together to open this wellbeing center, listen,
Email us.
let's make it happen. Come on, you got the website.
Put me on the
you got
list.
directors.
Yeah,
Come
Put
on,
me
man.
on
Email
the
us.
list. I'm ready to help in any way that
let's
I
make a
possibly
change.
can.
Let's make a
Yeah,
difference.
let's do it. Let's do it.
man.
Guys, you heard them. Look, they are making an absolute positive change in the community. We're crying out for it. But the fact of the matter is we need funding. So do get behind them, support them in any way you can. And, you know, be mindful in your own lives as well, okay? Lots of love, guys. See you on the other side.
Princess and friends, all love, all love.